Hey guys, OG Albini here, bringing you guys a really fun announcement video. As you probably saw with the thumbnail, with the title, we are running a brand new draft league at the end of BBR, ending here soon. That is going to be LTM, Low Tier Mayhem. This is a league run by myself, Obo, and Panther 2, and it's going to be a low tier draft league. So for context, I'll let you know what the top of the board looks like, right? I'm not going to tell you exactly, I'm not going to show you because it would kind of spoil the draft. But in the 16-point tier, the tip-top of this metagame, we will have Entei, Hisuian Gudra, Iron Jugelis, Crocodile, and Raikou. That is the top of the metagame. No more Chimpows, no more Enamorus, no more Deoxyspeed, no more Dragapult. We're going to lower the power level a little bit. Gen 9 feels like it's really taken power creep to that nth degree. And it's time to let the little guys shine and let the lower tier guys shine. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I love low tier draft, and I think especially in Generation 9, this is the perfect dex for it. It's very, very balanced in the middle. So I think it'll be a lot of fun, honestly. Now, as for Terra rules, this season, we're finally breaking away from the Wi-Fi norm of going 2 Terra types that you can use on Tuesdays. We're going free Terra preview. Now, what does that mean for the person who hasn't seen that, maybe hasn't played in a lot of Showdown leagues or, hasn't seen that norm? What that means is I can select a Terra Captain. It's a bunch of Pokemon from 13 and below with select choices banned, right? 16 through 14 cannot Terra. But I select a Terra Captain before the season that is going to be my Terra Captain, right? I can Terra into any type I want. But before the game starts, I must let my opponent know, hey, my Terra, blank is a fire type. And then my opponent lets me know, hey, my Terra blank is a water type. So we know that going in. The reason that that's kind of the norm and kind of feels a lot better, at least on the Draft League player, is because it allows for more creativity and reactivity in the builder, right? Sometimes there's just Terramons and matchups that just bone you, and you can't adjust with your own Terra Captain to maybe bring a Terra set that might stop theirs, right? It allows for less creativity and, flexibility in the builder, but when you get in there, obviously knowing the typing has, its benefits, right? We're not playing a guessing game of, is he a water, is he steel, is he fire, is he grass, is he bug? Like, we're not guessing constantly in the game. I don't think the difficulty with Terra comes in the builder. I think a solid builder can account for 5-6 viable Terra types when they're building. I think the stress comes in the battle when you do not know what the typing is. So, and even if that's only 2 or 3 typings, right? So that's what's typically the norm in the Showdown scene, and I want to kind of bring that into the Wi-Fi scene. I know John's Wi-Fi League, JJDL, is doing the same thing, and they're doing it with like normal high tiers. I know BBRD League is doing standard draft league, but with low tier Terra, with the same rules. So hopefully this is sort of becoming the norm. I think it's a lot of fun, and I think it'll be fun as a viewer too. You're going to see different Terra types throughout the whole season, which is awesome. Now, other than that, all I really wanted to do today was I wanted to go through, I wanted to show you the coaches, and I wanted to give you an invite to come hang out with us in the LTM Discord server, get a role for your favorite coaches, discuss with them, talk about what you guys want to see in this upcoming season. We'll even try and keep a fan doc going so you guys can keep up with stats, statistics, all that fun stuff. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move this Low Tier Mayhem logo a little lower, just so we keep it on the screen. By the way, big shouts to OB3 for this logo. I know that he's not taking commissions right now, I saw on Twitter. I think part of that's my fault, because I suggested him to like everybody after he did phenomenal work for me. But he's the GOAT. Follow him on Twitter at least, OB3. I'll try and link it down in the description below. I'll remember to add that to the page bin. But with that being said, obviously myself, we are going to be playing this season. I had this as a background to not spoil the coach, beforehand, but yes, we are playing in the league that we're running this season. Next up, we have the Grandmaster himself, the People's Champion, actually, Grandmaster D-Ray, coming off a playoff performance in UNPL. A little bit tough of a BBR season, but I know he's rare and he's ready to go. I believe he's also playing in JJDL, so please go check out D-Ray. Again, every single coach will be linked in the description below. There's going to be a lot of crossover between BBR. Actually, I'd say only 4 or 5 coaches are from BBR, which is pretty cool. We got some guys. We got a lot of guys from PPL. We got a lot of guys for like UNPL and things like that. So it'll be a lot of fun. Please go check out all the coaches down there, though. Speaking of PPL, we have someone that actually was a BBR coach in the past, and I've played with a bunch in Generation 8. Not as much in Generation 9, but in my opinion, one of the best players in the Wi-Fi scene right now. And that is going to be the Balance King himself, big Vepsis, just coming off a pretty solid performance here in the PPL, making it to playoffs there in his first like full league back on the Wi-Fi scene in Generation 9. Really solid player, and one of the Draft League YouTubers that I watch consistently, without a doubt, all the freaking time. So please go check out Vepsis down there. Really solid player, really nice guy. We have my boy, the GOAT, Keegan, the innovator of Zard Y Crest, the greatest Draft League core in ORAS history, is making his return. Keegan coming off a really tough season in BBR this last season. You can even see in his little retrospective that he did, which is a really cool video. I like this a lot, actually. It was a great video. But I think Keegan's a great player. He understands the game really well, and is a really fun watch. He really, articulates his thoughts really well. Whether he's winning, whether he's losing, he knows what he's talking about. I really recommend you go check out Keegan. Puts out really high quality content for 438 subs. I think he's definitely at least 1,000 sub YouTuber quality. So go check him out if you haven't done so already. Love Keegan's stuff. Then we have Jacob, as always, another OG in the scene. Jacob has been around for a while, just now getting back into Draft League in this last cycle of leagues. I believe he had a really solid season in UMPL, if I'm remembering correctly. We also played against him in the VGC Wi-Fi League. Jacob's been around for a long time, and he was back in the day one of the guys around when it came to draft stuff, so definitely go check out Jacob down there. We have Tone, who has been putting in a ton of effort in his content. I've loved seeing his channel do well with his How to Draft series, so if you need a series that's going to teach you how to draft, as a lot of people really struggle with that aspect, myself included, go check out Tone. He makes great content. He's a great player. Again, another guy who's been around the scene for a while, and is also a UNPL playoff coach. Then we have Hunky, someone that I met in my Discord community, pretty new to the Wi-Fi scene, but he's been uploading leagues like ASL, and he's been doing pretty well in them. I believe he beat me in my league as well, like in OGDL, like the Showdown League I run in there. Really solid player, great guy, and I love his like manga thumbnails that he does, like this one with the Demon Slayer, but I especially love the JJK one. You know me and my JJK obsession, so go check him out. Then we have Big J Scurf here, another UNPL coach, a guy who's pretty active in the Showdown side of the scene as well, has been playing in different tournaments and things of the sort. Really solid player, and I think he's going to be one of the sleeper coaches of this league, and is really going to do well. And it looks like he, what, did he play in... He played in UMPL, he's in playoffs, he's also going to be making DPL content, which is cool. Yeah, he made playoffs in UMPL, which is really cool. So go check out Jay Scarf. Then we have the guy who kind of runs UMPL to my knowledge at this point, since Danny took a step away. That's going to be Dapper Snapper Gaming. You can see I actually really like these Rain thumbnails. It looks like the Rain is a pretty big aspect of this team, so if you want to see some Gen 9 Rain, go check out his UNPL run. Seems like a really nice guy, and also looks like he makes a lot of D&D content, which is actually really cool. A little bit of variety. That's actually really dope. I like that. Also, I like this thumbnail. This is a really good thumbnail, actually. Holy moly. Wait, that's a great thumbnail. Really cool stuff. Yeah, go check out Dapper Snapper. Really cool guy. Back to the BBR coaches. We have the GOAT, T-Row Price. Someone who's been around, again, the scene for a minute, especially in leagues like the BBRD League / the BBR these most two recent seasons. Has also played in a ton of different... He played in the VGC League recently. He played in TGS. Really solid player. Really great guy. Please go check him out. We have Addison, going back to the PPL coaches. Addison has been smoking everyone this gen. She's been playing so unbelievably well, including in the PPL. I believe she had only one loss. I actually haven't watched her full season yet. I was binging Mountains, and then I need to watch hers afterwards. I haven't really watched much PPL content, to be completely honest. I also need to watch Vepsis, but really solid player. Probably top 2 to 3 in the scene, guaranteed, no matter how you look at it. She's very good at the game. Please go check her out if you haven't done so. We have one of our co-admins in the league in Big Obo here. Obo's been taking a really big step up on the quality of his content, really been putting in a ton of work and trying to make the best videos humanly possible, and I think he's done a great job. I really love the thumbnails he's been working on with Kurt, and I love the effort I see when he puts in the little edited portions to the beginning of his video, like, so. I think it's really cool, so definitely really awesome to see. Go check out Obo down there. Then we have Amel. I think this is everybody's favorite Draft League coach ever. He's my favorite Draft League coach. I know that for a fact. I love his silly little thumbnails. They're very like Blunder 2018-esque, which have their own special charm to them, except for the random pop-offs and quality, like the play of the game Oshawott when he swept Nate with an Oshawott in BBR last season, or the whole hog Lechonk. I gotta find it now. Y'all gotta see this. Y'all gotta see this. Hold on. There he is. Look at that play of the game, Lechonk, when he killed a Roaring Moon with his Lechonk a couple seasons ago in BBR. Emil brings the wackiest things in the world, but he's also incredibly good at the game. He just recently made BBR semifinals where he did lose to Aster, but he had a phenomenal season, was probably most people's favorites. Speaking of BBR semifinals, we have our semifinals coach in Viz. I'm sure you guys know who Viz is, but if you haven't, please go check him out. He's a great draft league player. It's crazy how quickly he picks up this format, despite not playing it consistently up until like this gen, or at least to my knowledge. Really creative builder. More laid back style of video too, if you want to just chill out and, you know, watch some games and things like that. But his stuff is really good. He's a really solid player too. So big shouts to Viz. Back to the OGs. We're back to Big Panther too. The GOAT, the guy who got me into Draft League content creation. I was playing an APA and Panther was a guy who was like, hey, I'll record your games. Gen 7 games on the 3DS because you need a cap card to do it, and I didn't have that, and that's why I didn't start uploading. And Panther had one. He recorded my games for me, got me started on my YouTube journey. And back in the day too, y'all know this, but despite a tough season in BBR where he was kind of adjusting, Panther was the GOAT, man. I mean, he was super smoking everybody back at the scene in Generation 7. Really solid player for sure. Please go check out Panther. And then, finally, we have Gentleman Thomas, another BBR and UMPL coach. Look at, just bringing it all together. Look at that. Thomas is a great player. He had a great season in SPL a couple seasons ago. He had a great UMPL run. He had I think he made playoffs in BBR too. Consistent contender wherever he goes. He makes really high quality content too, with all of his team builders and all of his layouts and his thumbnails. And something I really liked about Thomas is I can always tell when I'm looking at a Thomas video. The style of thumbnail says this is Thomas, which is cool. Which I think is a really smart thing too. So yeah, that's gonna be the roster for LTM Season 1. In the description below, and I'll pin it in the comment, there will be a link to the Discord server. Please join. We're going to upkeep a fan doc after the draft analysis go live this upcoming Saturday. There will be 2 or 3 coaches who will be uploading on Sunday instead. I will be uploading on Sunday only for this week, / next week maybe for some. I will be uploading on Sunday because we have, spoilers, BBR Finals going up on Saturday. Addison, I believe, will also be uploading on Sunday, and then I believe one other person, I think it's Thomas actually, that will be uploading on Sunday, maybe 1 or 2 others, but regardless, the videos will go up on Saturday, some on Sunday this week. Going forward, you can always go there, join, get your coach's favorite role, show them support, get pinged whenever they upload. We will be doing we're doing pick'ems every week, and we will of course be doing a fan document, and maybe we'll even do some watch the stream. So if you want to be notified on all that, come check out some awesome coaches in a really fun format. Please go join in the description below. I would really appreciate it a ton. With that being said, if you guys are excited for LTM, be sure to drop a like on the video, as well as subscribe to me. I have to plug myself in my own league, right? We're on our way to 5K. I'd really appreciate if you help me out. With that being said, let's jump. I'll see you guys next time. Later.